Dr. Zixtar's 4 eyes blinked in rapid succession as he stared at the test results for the third time. Beside him, his research partner Dr. Velmora had gone completely still, a sign of extreme distress in her species. "This cannot be correct," Zixtar said, his translator struggling to convey his disbelief. "Run the simulation again." They were in the Galactic Medical Institute's highest security laboratory, studying the human volunteer named Marcus Webb. The human sat calmly in the observation chamber, reading something on a data pad, completely unaware that he'd just survived exposure to 17 different biological agents that should have liquefied his internal organs. "The simulation has run 47 times, Velmora replied, her voice barely a whisper. "The results are identical. His immune system it's fighting back. Successfully." 3 months ago, the Institute had accepted its first human research volunteer. Humans were new to the galactic community, their planet Earth had only been contacted 2 years prior. The species was classified as a Class 12 Deathworlder, meaning their homeworld was considered lethally hostile by galactic standards. The research was supposed to be routine, catalog the human immune response, identify vulnerabilities, develop compatible medicines. Standard procedure for integrating a new species into galactic healthcare systems. Then came the plague of Vendros Prime. A biological weapon had been unleashed on the colony world, something engineered by terrorists using ancient, forbidden technology. It was a nightmare pathogen, airborne, fast-acting, and invariably fatal. 3 million people died in 4 days. The quarantine protocols failed. Panic was spreading across 6 sectors. In desperation, the Institute had exposed Marcus to a deactivated sample, hoping his Deathworlder biology might offer some insight. They expected him to show mild symptoms at most, the sample was supposedly harmless. Instead, something impossible happened. "His T-cells are adapting," Zixtar muttered, pulling up the microscopic imagery. "Look at this." They encountered the pathogen markers, analyzed them, and created specific antibodies in under 6 hours. 6 hours. That should take weeks of engineered response. "It gets worse," Velmora said, highlighting another data stream. "I exposed him to Rigelian fever while he slept. It's been classified as incurable for 2,000 years. He had a mild temperature elevation for 3 hours, then his body neutralized it completely." Zixtar felt his primary heart skip a beat. "You exposed him without authorization?" "I had to know," Velmora insisted. I tested him against the Crimson Death, Neural Cascade Syndrome, and Molecular Dissolution Plague. He survived all of them. His immune system doesn't just fight infections, it learns from them, archives the data, and prepares for future encounters. It's like he has a living database of defensive protocols running in his blood." The implications crashed over Zixtar like a tidal wave. His planet, what kind of diseases exist on Earth? Velmora pulled up the preliminary reports from the human's medical history. Her skin shifted to a sickly gray color as she read. In his childhood alone, he was exposed to influenza variants, bacterial pneumonia, parasitic infections, viral hemorrhagic conditions, and something called chickenpox that lies dormant in nerve tissue for decades, waiting to re-emerge. "Blessed stars," Zixtar breathed. "And he's considered healthy by human standards?" "Perfectly average," Velmora confirmed. I accessed Earth's historical medical databases. Before they developed modern medicine, humans were dying by the millions from diseases that evolved specifically to kill them. Smallpox, plague, malaria, tuberculosis. Their planet has been waging biological warfare against them for their entire evolutionary history. Zixtar activated the communication panel with trembling appendages. "I need to speak with the Galactic Council. Immediately." "What are you going to tell them?" Velmora asked. "The truth," Zixtar replied, watching Marcus through the observation window. The human had fallen asleep, completely peaceful, unaware that his body was simultaneously fighting off pathogens that had ended civilizations. That we found the answer to the Vendros plague. And that humans aren't just Deathworlders because their planet is dangerous, they're Deathworlders because their planet has been trying to kill them since they crawled out of the oceans, and they kept evolving better defenses. He pulled up Marcus's file one more time, noting the casual mention of seasonal allergies and mild food sensitivity. They call these minor inconveniences, Zixthar said in wonder. Velmora, what happens when you take an immune system that evolved on a planet that hostile, and expose it to galactic pathogens that evolved on worlds where life is easy? Velmora understood. The galactic diseases don't stand a chance. Within hours, the Galactic Council issued an emergency decree. Human volunteers were being recruited across 12 sectors. Their blood, their antibodies, their very immune systems were being studied, replicated, and synthesized. The plague of Vendros Prime was cured in 3 weeks. Marcus Webb woke up from his nap, yawned, and asked the nurse if he could have some coffee. He never knew he'd just saved 3 billion lives.